Hello friends, I am Paco Garcia and welcome to GMS Magazine videos. Today the review of Ascension Gift of the Elements. Ascension is a deck-building game for 2 to 4 players designed by Justin Gary and published by Stoneblade Studios. The game has been going on for a number of years. I think it's about 2010 or maybe 2009 when it came out, and it actually exploded onto the internet because it was one of the first deck builders to actually go onto the iPad thanks to Playtime, who actually did a fantastic job importing the whole thing into the digital world. And I know because I've spent many hours going to and from work in the bus playing that game. I tell you, it was amazing. Now they have a Gift of the Elements, the latest installment in what it is a huge number of expansions and base games that they have released in the last few years. What is it like? Well, it's just, a deck builder game. In this game you have 2 different types of currency, runes and power, and those you will use to either buy cards or defeat monsters. Once you do so, once you buy a card, you put them in your discard pile. When you have finished your hand, you shuffle your discard pile and that's your deck. You start playing with those cards, and this is where things become a little bit tricky. Why? Because every card that you buy, it's going to have some sort of special ability that will come into play, well, when you play it. And that is when you start to get some combos, and they can be amazing. The game comes with 198 cards and 50 tokens that look gorgeous. They're really plastic gems in red and white that look absolutely beautiful. Also, it comes with a board that is amazing because when you put it down, it just goes pop, and it stays very flat on the table, which is great because I actually hate boards that don't do that. It drives me mad. But this one does very well indeed, and the whole production is absolutely gorgeous. The rules book is huge, is very well laid out, every card is perfectly described with the description of absolutely everything, and the rules are pretty clear, even though it has an FAQ section at the very end. But you may need it very occasionally. Everything is very simple, and to be honest, if you have any doubt about anything in the game, do buy the app. Seriously, it is excellent and it will work pretty much on any phone or tablet. So it's a very good investment. But I don't think you will need it. The only thing that struck me a little bit odd is that the insert, which is also very well designed because you have slots to put all your mini decks within the box itself, it has an awful lot of empty space that could have been used to have more slots for the future expansions that no doubt will come out in the forthcoming months and years. Now, I know that they're working on that, and in the next printings of the game production it will be sorted out, but if you buy it now and it looks something different than empty space at the sides of the cards, that's because they have sorted out the issue. Yes, they also work with Ultra Pro, so when you sleeve the cards they will still fit perfectly in the box, which for me is an absolutely brilliant thing. The art direction is very good. There are plenty of illustrations and they are mostly very okay. Now, it is very hard when you have so many illustrations to keep a very consistent art direction. So you will see illustrations that are absolutely gorgeous, and some that you will look at and think, meh, fine, they don't really stop the game from being great, so that's okay. The cards are several types. You have Playtime heroes, you have constructs, you have several types that you can buy or defeat. You have also monsters. So that hasn't changed within the previous editions of the game at all. They are exactly the same. However, a new set of mechanisms has been added, and this is something that Stoneblades tend to do with every single installment of the game. In this case, it's the elements. The elements, when they come out from the main deck, they're in play, and they enact some sort of effect that will apply to every player. For example, that any monster will be 1 power less in strength to defeat, or anything will be one rune less to acquire. And that's absolutely brilliant, because although it sounds like it doesn't really make that much of a difference, the truth is that it does, and it works, and it helps a great deal. Having said that, you can also buy that element. It's not cheap, but you can buy that element. What it does, it becomes a special hero, very difficult to get, but very, very powerful, that can sway the whole game your way, which is absolutely excellent. We've really enjoyed it. Also, there are several new mechanisms I liked it an awful lot. For example, the infest mechanism within some of the cards, that basically means that you can put the card in somebody else's discard pile, thus weakening the hand in the future. The unite, when you have more than one card with the unite aspect to them, you can join forces and combine the effects to make it a lot more interesting. Also, you have the empower, one I really liked an awful lot, because traditionally, when you get a card, you can only use it once you play it, and that has to come back to your hand. But with the empower, actually, you get to use one aspect of the card right away. Usually, it is to discard to the void, to eliminate completely from the game a card that you have in your hand or you have played in this turn. And that will allow you to get rid of the original initial hand of cards, which are very weak, and it's just for origins and nothing else. The game plays in about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how quickly the players are and how many players you have around the table. But believe you me, anyone that I've played with, and I've had this game for about a week now, and we've played tons of times with about 15 different people, and every single person has got it right away. And it hasn't taken more than 2 to 3 rounds to actually people start to create combos, which was really good fun, because the game is very well balanced. So from that point of view, it's extremely enjoying. Things I missed a little bit more player interaction. Yes, the infest is fun, and some of the cards will allow you to, for example, get rid of some some mechanic constructs that some people have already on the table, which is okay. But it mostly plays as a solitary, as a multiplayer solitary, which is fun indeed. Don't get me wrong, really this is not a bad criticism at all, and the player interaction it has is very good. I just wish it had a wee bit more. The game also comes with a solitary way of playing, which is very good. Actually, I was waiting for some friends to come when I was at my local game store, and I had a game of those. It took me about 15 minutes to play, and it killed the time quite nicely while my friends arrived. Overall, the game is extremely enjoyable, and one thing I wish they did more of it is to tell me more information about the background, because it's so rich, it's so interesting. I really want to know what are the elements all about, where do they come from, why are they there? But that's just the role player in me. But the thing is that the universe is so deep, so rich, so vast, that these people could be writing novels about the whole thing, and it would be brilliant. It would be really good. The game is very easy to get sucked in, and it is, trust me, very enjoyable. If you want a deck builder game that is no nonsense, it's not pretentious at all, it does what it's meant to do, it is very easy to get to grips with, it has a very long story and plenty of expansions, Ascension is definitely for you. If you pair that with a fantastic app, you really have absolutely nothing to lose at all. Very highly recommended. Thank you very much indeed for your time, and thank you for watching this video. Please do give the thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video, and look forward to the next video that we're going to release, where we will explain in more detail how to play the games, all the cards, etc, which will be really good fun. Please, if you can, help us with our Patreon campaign. Just $1 helps a great deal, and we truly appreciate it. And to keep up with and abreast of all the videos that we're going to be releasing, don't forget to subscribe down there. Thank you very much indeed.